First step, we're gonna paint it as black and white. So first, I'm going to mix a little gray color. Just take the color always from the side, not from the middle. Okay, don't come over here like this and ruin the entire pile of white color, right? So I'm gonna see the spaces. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna keep the top over here. And then where I'm going to see the shape of this animal over here, I only need you to see as a bigger shape. And at this point, it's very important to thinking about how big is this animal you want to paint it. You can change it. You can make it bigger, right? Okay, we're gonna try to change it. How about we're gonna make this animal a little bit bigger like this, right? Bigger over here. What about if I'm gonna make these animals even bigger? How about that? That's a very important step. You need to think, I'm gonna have the animal almost right at the center of this paper, like this. This will be the shape. In that case, I also want to have this color even a little bit lower, like this. So this is not leaving a gap. Actually have a little overlapping, right? So this is the idea. Thinking about what you're going to keep, what you're going to let go, what you're going to change. No reference is perfect, but your painting can be. Oh, I'm going to have a little something over here, right? In that case, I changed my mind. I'm going to actually make this animal a little bit more to the right hand side because I want to keep this something more interesting at the front over here. So this is all about balance. So that's good. Now I'm gonna make this area. So I'm gonna make this to be darker. Okay, like that. Just put the dark color right over here. So all you want to see the big shape of the dark color. You don't need to think about, oh, where's the horn? Where's this other things? No, not at this step. You want to focus on the big shapes. Now this is an animal. Wow, it doesn't look like with any details, but that is the step. Now we're gonna take care of the top over here, like the middle tone, right? We only use two colors, black and white, as our first part of the painting exercise. I'm gonna take this color, I'm gonna put it right over here. And thinking about how dark the color is supposed to be. Okay, let's put this color here first. I'm gonna get a little bit more white, have a little black. Okay, makes a little bit more color. And you know, the acrylic colors, after it dried, it turned to be a little bit darker. So it could be okay. This could be the right color after it dried. So we're gonna keep an open mind and later you can adjust it. Right? Now we have this color coming down that move the top, the shape at the top lower. So have a little overlapping. Now I'm gonna paint it into it, add a little bit more white. I'm gonna paint it from the bottom over here, a little bit darker, like this. I'm gonna moving as is the texture of the grass moving, okay, so that it make it more expressive. Now I'm gonna make it, the same color over here, also a little bit darker. I'm gonna add it even a little bit darker over here, like that, coming up like this. That's good. And also give a little dark color over here. All in the mind is shapes and darker, lighter shapes, right? This is a little bit darker and maybe a little bit darker somewhere over here, like that. That's good. I put a little color over here, a little bit lighter. Okay, like that. And now the rest is a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna just take more white color. And here you go. This color here, a little bit lighter, like that. And over here, a little bit lighter. And when you're painting the color painting, it's very much the same way, but you just need to think a little bit more, which is, oh, how much yellow, how much red, how much blue colors that I should have for this area, right? Right now, you only see about how light, how dark is the colors. So make your mind much simpler as we're learning how to paint. Okay, the top over here, a little bit lighter. And I'm looking at the top over here, like that. And then on this side, also get a little bit lighter color, like that. Or you think about light and dark colors. Light, that's good. Like that. Also the water over here, a little bit lighter. Like that, a light blue color, right? This. Or you're thinking about a light and dark color. Keep it simple. Okay, and the top over here too, and have this color consistent coming in here. Okay, that is just the biggest color composition. Like how dark the darkest remain into this shape. The middle tone over here, the lighter color around here, right? Now this is good. Now after you're taking care of the big area, now you're ready to go into smaller area. Now I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to use probably this brush. It's a number 8. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to work a little bit more into the texture. So I'm going to get a little white color. So what I want to do, just use the brush like sideways, like this. It's barely like a touching the surface of the paper. Now you can create a little texture and showing like, oh yeah, that could be grass, right? Something like that. So when you use the brush, it can be for different purpose, have different variation. Brush like that. Yes, good. And now also on the top over here, all you need to think about is how the color work. Is this a thin, very small brush, very thin line? It just make the very thin line. Like, let's take a look. Like this. Or you might be thinking about, oh, this is grass. It's how easy, right? And I'm gonna coming over here and also have this texture coming all the way connect to the grass, like that. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit white color and also have a little texture over here, like that. That's pretty good. And now we come to look at the top. We're gonna see some shape on the top over here. Just see a little shape over here. And you're thinking about you're painting this animal, but I just painting the shape. And at the end, it will look like an animal. But I don't need to think about the animal because it's too much for you to think about. Just paint a little light shape over here. A little light shape over here. And I'm also gonna use a very, very thin, like a little light shape over here. Like that. And on the top over here, I'm gonna have a little light shape over here because the lighting. Like that on the back over here. When you paint, you have to immediately thinking about, oh, how am I gonna get that color correctly? I'm gonna put a little color here like this. All you're thinking about is the color. I'm gonna go like that. It's very easy to think as your shape. Now I'm gonna come to the bottom over here. I'm gonna also have a little big shape over here to make you feel like it's the nose. Like that. And now I'm gonna get something even smaller brush. So I'm gonna get, okay, this is very small brush. I'm going to have a little triangle, see in the shape, a little triangle over here. Okay, a little bit detail over here. Let's make it a little bit darker. like a little triangle over here. All you think about is the shape, the triangle mostly, yeah, like that. And then we're coming over here. Oh, there's another shape over here. You see that? Like this. And you can paint this, right? It's pretty easy. Just paint a little shape like this. Anyone can paint this. But if you think too much about, oh my God, there is the horn. I don't know how to paint the horn. No. If you just paint a little shape like that, everyone can do it. But if you think it's an animal, it's scary, right? And I think about, oh, there's a little darker over here. Make it a little darker. Okay, now what I want to do over here, also paint a little thin line. Okay. And when I use a bigger brush, it's difficult to do. Now I use a smaller brush. Now, here you go. Paint a little line. Just think about a little line. Like that. And maybe use this brush. Also, put a little bit more line like this. Okay, that's good. Now I come back to this number 8 brush. Now I'm going to start clean up the outside. I'm going to take this color, little not totally white, the gray color. I'm going to coming over here to moving on, coming in a little bit like this. Now we're making a more definition shape for the face, like that. And then moving around. So at the beginning, you don't need to define it too much. It just give it enough, right? Like this. And then I'm coming over here. I'm going to get a little bit more detail. Over here, give a little bit darker, like that. Tap, tap, tap. And a little bit like this. A little bit shape, like that. Let the people imagine it must be water. And then I come back over here on the top. Okay, I'm going to refine the top over here. You see, always start from big to smaller and smaller and smaller, right? You don't need to think too much as the detail as the beginning. I'm going to have a little bit dry brush like that. Make the people feel like, oh, it must be here. Okay, that's what they would think because we give the suggestion. So they would follow our suggestions to think about that. And here over here, I'm going to make this a little bit darker. Look at the picture. It actually a little bit darker over here. And over here, a little bit darker. I'm going to put a little darker color over here. Like that. And underneath over here, a little bit darker. And this black and white version of the painting now is ready. Okay, our next part of the painting process, we're going to turn this black and white study into a colorful painting.